University on the U of I campus. Please come to visit if you have time. And so before we have Mike Royse and Melissa return to the stage, I just wanted to take an opportunity to say a few thank yous. Firstly to Dan from the venue for hosting this gorgeous evening for us. Dan is a man of many talents, as I've learned this evening. Make sure you try his chocolate. You will definitely fall asleep much easier with his warm chocolate. I had some earlier this evening. So Dan, we thank you for all that you do in our communities and allowing God's love to flow through the venue. We also want to thank again George Dennehy for his presence this evening and his resiliency throughout his journey with God. And we thank you for all his talents that he blessed us with this evening. And hopefully you can check out more of his music down the road, and we wish him the best in his journey as well. And then, of course, again, we thank Todd and Andy for their musical blessings. And so we invite Mike Royse and Melissa Courtwright back to the stage. We're going to give you an update on hopefully what our contributions are doing towards our $100,000 goal. We thank Ruth Moore and the First United Methodist Church for their contributions. They raised $9,000 alone with their drive-through fund. And so we want to thank Ruth Moore for all she did this evening. And so give her a round of applause for First United Methodist Church. We also want to thank St. Joe and Farmer City for their contributions this evening. The U of I students who are participating. I think Melissa and I are going to go visit the ARC to see how they're doing over there. We can't thank the U of I enough for their contributions in our community too. So without further ado, let's bring Melissa and Mike Royse to the stage.
It's an honor and a privilege to be here. First of all, I just really want to thank Melissa. I want to thank the staff and the board. What awesome people we have in this community. I'm going to cover some more of that. I want to thank George's parents. You know, we have people like that in our ministry. I mean, there are incredible people. I'm born and raised here, and I love this community. I'm not worthy to live in this community. I have a wonderful relationship with this community, and this community has earned my trust, and therefore I serve it. But I will have to say, when I was a young kid, you know, I had a lot of friends, really smart, and we didn't trust anybody. We would get together and have parties and fun and this and that. We'd make fun of folks, and we would find out what's wrong with everything in society. I'll come back to that. Over time, I started working harder. People gave me coaching, and I came to the Lord. And God taught me that it's okay to trust. He gave me the heart for that. And then I started trusting people, and it wasn't until then I was even open to letting them earn my trust. Okay? And this is important. Over the years, as I became successful and failed, I even became friends with failure over the years. A lot of people started dropping out. We have an incredible community here, and I have no idea how many because it's a secret, and that's the recovery community. I'm not a member of that community yet. I hope never, but anyway, failure happens all the time. We tend to judge people when they fail. We tend to misunderstand people that become impoverished. Well, I'm a little broken up today because one of those 140 plus IQ people that I was in high school with was Mike Royse that froze to death. And most of the homeless, until I was an adult, I tried to stay away from homeless people. I just didn't understand. You get to then talking, you get called to start talking to people, you learn their stories. Everybody has a story, and somehow people get sideways with society. Well, I'll tell you what, people reached back when I failed, and they helped me. We need to do that. We need to do that for everybody in the community. I've appreciated it, and I just wanted to share. My buddy Mike he got sideways. He wasn't an addict or anything like that. He just got sideways with society, and then that's what happened. In any case, please, please, please support this ministry. You don't know how much it means.
that. And you're right, there are so many beautiful stories, so many beautiful people that we get to come in contact with because of this ministry and the work that we get to do. So thank you for letting us share just a small part of that with you. And I do have to say, I mean, so thankful for everyone. I do have to say, Tammy, if you could come up here just for a minute. Yes, please. Just for a second. Because I wouldn't have made it from one year to the next without you, and I just want to say a special thank you to Tammy. She came, so seriously. She came on as a consultant for See You at Home, just to kind of give us an overview of the organization, and praise the Lord, she hasn't left. So I'm just so thankful to you, because I know that we wouldn't be here today if you were not with us. It's absolutely true. But give her one more round of applause. I'm just so grateful. But truly, just thank all of you. And as Mike said, you know, if you feel led tonight to give a gift, I know many of you are already donors or supporters, but if you feel led to give an additional gift tonight, we just say thank you in advance for that. We say thank you for the lives that you're going to impact, and thank you for the work that you allow us to do.
One more thing. I'd like to have us give a hand. Is this on? Sure. One more thing. I'd like us to give a hand to the community of Champaign-Urbana. We're not the only homeless group, you know, the ministry that serves the homeless. The community is really trying to come together to figure out how to get it right. You know, how, you know, first we got to help people be safe tonight. You know, we got the shelter, you know, but then once people are there, you know, are we patient enough to stay with them, to try to follow them, and when they're ready, you know, really walk with them and keep walking with them until they get all the way back. And so, what a wonderful community we have.
Thank you all so much.
Alrighty, well, before we officially wrap up the program portion of our evening, we just wanted to say thank you to all of our simulation participants who are braving the cold temperatures tonight. Can we please give a round of applause for all of those who decided to register this year? There was a fear that we wouldn't have enough, but God came through as always, and we had plenty of people who were willing to sacrifice a Friday night and stay till midnight. And so we thank each and every one of you, no matter where you are in our community, for being what we used to call a dweller, but we're now calling participant. And so we thank you for that. And we also, again, as Melissa said, we want to thank our donors. We couldn't do it without the financial support. It's not always easy, but it always seems like Champaign-Urbana and Central Illinois comes through. And so thank you. A round of applause for our community who always steps up and steps in when we need it the most. And so I think for now we are going to wrap up the program. But again, George Dennehy has offered to stick behind and talk to you, share more of his testimony. You didn't join us in time for his performance, but again, we thank Andy and Todd for their time with us tonight, and each and every one of you who came out tonight to make One Winter Night a part of your evening this weekend. So without further ado, be safe and warm as you head out to participate and gather for the rest of your weekend, and be blessed as always.